lose no 3 series, cool. Whatever. But like, if you can bounce back, even take 1 map off, that's a step in the right direction. 2 maps, great step in the right direction. Whole series, you're back at 1 apiece in terms of your overall map count. You're not stressing anything at that point either. You're just taking your time and just vibing out for the rest of the matches. So again, going forward, this is just about building chemistry between a young team and making sure that, you know, towards the end of the season, you have the right tools and puzzle pieces for success right into, you know, the playoffs and the tail end of the postseason. Wonder's going to open things up here, though. Kaiser and Jet Mafia will go ahead and trade back and forth. The Akron Zips are the first ones in towards this initial hard point. Very scrappy back and forth, but could be turned into a money hill if you're able to hold down the right angles.
A very quick spawn out with minimal pressure across the map. Akron flip them out towards kitchen, end up losing P1 control from there, and now spawns are going to be a little bit of everywhere for the moment as teams try to get semblance of where everyone else is around the map. P2, of course, going to be fought for on your right-hand side. Player 7, Elite, going to connect. Take down Jab Mafia. Now he's able to snap it a second as well. On 5 in a row to open things up one more, and you can get a cruise missile, which could be very well for them going on. But no signs of trouble early on, though a tied game. Akron's just looks to be flowing here as P2 looks to pop in just a few seconds.
I don't know if maybe they got the broadcast buff or whatnot, but Elite, you know, talked about him. Aggressive sub, already has a streak for himself, 6-0 here in the first map. Looking to continue that even further. Out towards the back line of spawns, though. Phoebes has a big one-on-one gunfight against the Brock Bandits players, and as that now has kind of collapsed on itself, it is going to be Cool Tux who does fall to Phoebes, and he can still stay alive out here towards the back lines because the reinforcements are in. Aiden gonna fall, though. Records and Wonders can now start to push out towards the back lines. They realize that Phoebes hasn't actually moved from the truck spot yet. He'll cut them down, and they can start working their way back in towards the point. Great little start here for the Akron Zips. Kills still continuing to go the way of the Brock Bandits, though. Spawns now can flip out in the opposite direction. Maybe you're okay with losing the back 30 here.
That last kill should solidify it. A couple kills on transition, not quite going to give you numbers. And look where player 5 spawned Kaiser all the way in the back of P2. While the hill's still up for grabs, those spawns are also going to be up for grabs. The 2v2 on the site, you'll open up with 1 if you're Wonder. See if you can get the timing with the reload. Your teammate Guardian Angel Records looks over you, able to connect for the kill, and you win rotation. Now, as this hit looks to pop, it's a tied game. Brock could get a real money hill in this one.
Combined throughout the team, 9 in a row for the Brock Bandits. Wonders will just play the tight-knit corner here. Akron will open the door up. Stuns, nades, going to go ahead and find their way on in towards the point. Wonder is not going to be able to walk away with a kill, but the rest of his team will. 4 straight down from the Brock Bandits. Back to the respawn, the Zips go.
Pushing to mid-map. Thieves trying to maybe hit a pinch around the back, depending on what he can get. Everyone holding tight as the Brock Bandits, and 35 seconds still left for them to collapse. The push coming in now from Akron. They say go. What can they find?
Wonders, nice little shot through the doorway. 2 versus 2 will snap back immediately, recognizes that the door is opened up. Feast forced to back all the way into the spawn side as he gets the nade stuck on the doorway, and as Wonders can just continuously play the snake angle up and down he'll go. Everybody else will come ahead over the top. Cool Tux, beautiful 2-piece there, and as Jat Mafia now has another one on the rotation, the bar looks to be where they can set up for themselves next, but a nice 40-point lead is going to bode well for the last 5.
Cool Tux, flip through bedroom, so off spawn, you're not going to have an easy rotation to get over to your teammate. In Aiden at this hill, it looks to pop. He's going to be getting this time early on. Your teammate's trying to clear out mid-map cuts, locking down top bedroom, so the flank has been avoided for now. You can set your eyes on the front of the hill where players are pushing through. Aiden locking things down. Your teammate reinforcements come in. Things starting to string together. This looks to be a good bounce back hill for Akron early on.
First 15 seconds of the hill have gone a great way for Akron. It's come off the backhand of Aiden finding a nice little 2-piece. Everybody else starting to help out around the rest of the map. However, it's Wonders and Cool Tux who now combine for 3 straight kills. Only 1 comes from the Akron Zip side, so that's a 3-1 trade. Still holding down the bar side is those red arrows of the Brock Bandits, but now as Kaiser starts to make his way forward, shots in the back to 1, snaps back, teammates are there for help, but it's a 2 versus 1 gunfight in for the challenge. Vaznev won't win it. Wonders yet another double here in map 1.
This will put them at 120. Akron looking to make a good response here, and they're gonna need it. Getting out slayed around the map. Wonders moving and grooving through the back lines, able to find out anything he can. And now as these spawns start to come in on the right-hand side for Akron, you are once again faced with a 2v2 that it seems like the Bandits have run away with, simply stolen away from you. As this hill pops, and now continuing to run up the score line well over 60 points.
I mean, everything that you got from that kill on Elite to the backside of the spawns gets negated because a team kill comes through immediately after the fact. You've also doubled up the side of Akron if you are the Brock Bandits. Now it's Jet Mafia. Can slide around the right side corner. One's going to be pushing directly through the front. Another 2 versus 2 trade. Finally, Akron will come out on top of one of these engagements, but it is the hill that's still being surrounded by the Brock Bandits roster. Records over by the kitchen. spots out Elite over towards the right, snaps back around into the kitchen for a second. Can you go for an overzealous and over-aggressive third? The answer is no for the time, but as Aiden is still able to lay down a Jat Mafia who's there for another pinch back, and every single time Akron thinks that they have an opportunity to let things lie low, the Bandits bounce back.
I mean, for Akron, sure, you've won a rotation or two through the first 6 hills, but winning a rotation is one thing. Being able to hold off a break is another. They haven't held off the first break attempt coming in. Now Rock Bandit have streaks. Now they open up the hill with it. Aiden has to go big here while his team is just fighting tooth and nail to hold on to spawns. The Bandits rocking and rolling around the map here early on, and again, that's because they've been able to break on their first attempt for seemingly all of these hills.
Unchecked top bedroom, doesn't find anything. Aiden doesn't realize that one of the players from the Brock Bandits has snuck his way under this P6 hill, but of course, as I say that, he gets snuffed out and shut down as Aiden up top for 2. Trophy system out, snaps back around the corner. Hello, Papa, says him for number 3. Does wonders, and now Aiden will snap back. That's 5 in a row. Streaks once again, potentially on the table for a team. This time, it's the Akron Zips who look to have some utility to use later in the game.
20 seconds going to wave Akron as we set back towards our P1 rotation. It'll be Bandits with more mid-map control for now. Elite, what can you find with the Faznev? Answer's going to be the first one for now. Players 4 and 5 duking it out. Wonders going to win one on the back line. Get chopped down in the mid-map as well. So you rally back, still a 30-point deficit, but Bandits in control here. Akron need to collapse on this side as a team, not as individuals.
Feel like you're in a much better situation if you are the Zips in this situation. However, with a couple of players down and towards the point, Cool Tux will drop down from the top catwalk, spots the last one over towards the opposite side of the map, in towards P1, as Kaiser walks away from the top of Caddis Records, who's also here trying to tag team with the rest of the Brock Bandits to cut the Akron Zips out from contention here inside of P1. 30 seconds left, time available for either team should they choose to take it, and it's up to Akron now to make the decision. Do we want to force our way back in towards the middle of the map, or should we clear out our backlines, because here comes Jat Mafia on a sneaky little flank.
You can't give this time up. You needed to sit empty if anything, but you are starting to earn some of it. But as you said, Jat Mafia taking the deep route should get timing on the player's staircase and does just that. Wonders able to combine with Cool Tux. That'll be 3 for 1 in the feed. That'll be the last final kills on rotation. Akron Zips once again from the outside looking in. The game, a 15-point or so, but this break, if it comes into it all for Akron, is going to be telling of how the rest of the game finishes.
It's like you lose the spawns, but you want to try to keep hitting for the rest of the time in P1. It's like, yes, I understand you see the time, but like you have to think of the bigger picture a lot of the time, and they don't do that here, and they lose out on what could have been a 60-second point advantage on the back line here. Thieves cut down. You still have Elite in the back line, but it's the red side of Brock Bandit who are inside of the point, still holding on to this time, that are continuously running up the score. Elite will be there with the SMG in hand, had a hot start, slowed down a little bit, trying to tee up here towards the end of map number 1. Aiden in, but it's Wonders who pops yet another double, and as nobody is close to make the contestation here, the Brock Bandits will get past the 200-point mark, almost another 60-point margin for themselves here to the tail end of this map number 1 hardpoint.
You cannot lose this rotation if you're Akron, but once again, it's Brock playing the top bedroom position. That forces those spawns while P2 is still active. If that spawn's open, that's what you're going to get. Akron spawning about as far away as you can. They lose the gunfights on transition. It is once again Brock Bandits with numbers. A clean kill feed. Really about the only thing that could have saved you there, but you need every bit of this time here. You need to tie this one up to stay alive. Brock Bandits poised up and ready for another break.
I don't know if you know that Wonders is going to continuously keep challenging that, so I can't, say like it's a ticky-tacky thing, but like throwing the nade there, just like it negates what you were trying to do. If you challenge back with the Vaznev in hand, you win that gunfight 9 times out of 10, but that allows Brock Bandits to have a wide open doorway into the front door of the hill. Wonders is now on 4 in a row, and that's the one person you could not let get the hot hand here towards the back end of this hard point, but it's exactly who you give the kill away to. Records inside of it. Cool Tux there as well. Another 2 kills go the way of the Bandits, and Akron Zips as time starts to dwindle down in that kill feed, as well as the time starts to dwindle up for the Brock Bandits in terms of score. Everything starting to dwindle out of light here. You need to have these last few pushes be perfect.
Unfortunately, it's not even like you're sitting at 190 and on the cusp of overtaking the lead. You are nearly 60 points from 220, and that still puts you down in the score column. So a full 60 and then some going to be asked of Akron here in map 1. Brock Bandits doing their work behind what Wonders been able to do, not only 25 and 17, but 149. They're poised and ready as a team to collect and get another break. Akron cannot hold on to anything.
Lead, you have to go big here. Snaps for a second. Teammates need to be there for trades. It's Kaiser who was able to find himself one, now make it a second as he looks over the top of the hill. The bar still heavily contested here. Red arrows making their way up. A pinch play starting to form here. One through the back line. Kaiser snuffs it out. Down towards the bottom of the bedroom. It's Kaiser once again. Kaiser, can you go for a third? Absolutely. 6 in a row. Streaks now on the table. The Akron Zips have life in map 1.
It had to be perfection. It had to be the rally of the century for Akron to stay alive here. They do just that. Now they've made it the game. Here, on rotation, they've got to win more of these gunfights. It's a pinstripe kill feed. It's a 1v1 for the first bit of time as it pops, but Elite, not sure what angle he wants to take for this gunfight. At least he's going to sniff out one, but you have player 4 here, already garnering time. How quickly can he collapse before Brock gets back into play?
Oh, and Elite checks the middle of the map. You have to snap back over towards Wonders. He's been the thorn in the side of Akron all throughout map 1. You shut him down and now go for 3 in a row in the kill feed. Last one alive here over towards the hill will get shut down and as Cool Tux falls, Akron once again have the advantage here and towards the hill. Oh no, my heart can't take another close hotel finish.
P6, or excuse me, P5, what it boils down to. Brock, they've been so good, so coordinated on their team, pushes startly to fit through the cracks. Now they have 10 seconds left to close it out. Pinstripe kill feed, where they retain numbers and the break they needed the last second. They finally got it. Akron have one last chance.
They might have a pinch here. Thieves in the back line is able to find one. Can't find and snap to the second. Aiden's going to be down for a contested in towards the hill. Can't snap back to help out the rest of the team. And there's only one player left. It's Kaiser. Takes the knife out. Stays alive. Gets down. Reinforcements have an opportunity to enter in for Akron. And it's still time here. 6 seconds. Needs to be a rotation. And guess who's there? It's Aiden.
No actual way. This is how this is going to close out. When I thought it could extend to another hill, they find a way to. It's a foot race towards the hill. You have just one player here. 8 seconds left. This push has to be perfect out of Brock. It's got to come now.
It feels like the optic game. They try to break on in. Akron is still here. Contested is in towards the point. The red arrows in for the back line. It's Cool Tux. He's got to win a 1 versus 1, and he does. It's somehow the Brock Bandits survived map 1. Akron did everything they could to try and do their best impression of the High Point roster from beforehand. But Jesus, buddy, what a game.
Can we just get our replay to be the last 60 seconds? Honestly, make it the last 90. I mean, making sense of everything that happened. Akron rallying back. The knife, I thought Kaiser was caught out with the knife in hand. Teammates end up looking over you in the nick of time. You force it to another hill. You're there. It comes down to a 1v1. And Brock Bandits walk away with it. I mean, I thought Fortress ends were mixy. Hotel might have taken the cake with that one. Unreal out of Brock to clutch up and close that one out, because I thought, as you said with the High Point one, that we were threatening another comeback, and man, hold on, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's get this. I'm gonna be
I mean, like, we have a pinch play coming through here, right? So, like, yes, Thieves was the difference maker here. If he gets that second kill, things change completely. Regardless, though, Aiden staying alive here for that half second allowed Kaiser to still be here, and then the knife kill was crucial, because then this allowed the reinforcements to come in. They help out Kaiser over the top. He hops back up, but Wonder then falls to everybody else hopping back over toward the point. And then the big heads-up play from Aiden, coming off spawn, knowing he needed to get back over towards this hill, was crucial to everything working out, because this forced Records to back all the way off and wait for his teammates to come back. Yes, the Wonders kill in mid-map was big, but then the trades back and forth here really started to put the divide between these two teams. You had Cool Tux who came on the refrag, and if he doesn't get that last kill there on the right side and loses that in a 1 versus 1, he has reinforcements, yes, that are hopping up from the van, but that 2-second tick that might have been able to come through just in time after that contestation could have spoiled things over. But I mean, you look at both sides, about as dead even as you possibly could be throughout the entirety of that hard point. But you got to tip the hat to Brock Bandits. Yeah, they lost a big lead early on in that mid portion, but in the end, they closed it out with the ice.
I think really the one giveaway play for me there, the tail end that won it for them. Of course, Cool Tux with the 1v1, but what he did before that, he took, it's a high-risk, high-reward play. It wasn't a big flank, but took a route through bottom bed, under parking garage, and that's where you saw him come up the staircase, find the first to bring it to a 1v1 on the contested time. Again, it's a risky one, because if your teammates all fall and you're still running below parking garage completely out of the play, it completely mitigates what you were trying to do. It's kind of one of those plays where you live and die by it, and Cool Tux, at least the hero for now, to take the map 1 win. Whew.
Oh, brother.
Hey, I guess it's safe to say we're in for another series, even if it ends up being a 3-0 with how close these have played. It feels like early on, I don't know if you could ask for much better action going into night 1.
And I feel bad for Akron too, because like there's two sides of the coin, right? It's like you already lost to Farmingdale 0-3, and like you were like, this is the big moment, this is what we needed, the big hard point victory to get our season back on track, to give us the momentum back, and then you lose it, and everything starts to fall off a cliff, and it's like, oh well, GG, go next.
Well, yeah, you feel bad for Akron because they were able to rally back and make it that close, but looking at how they played the entire hardpoint, I can't say I feel all that horrible. If they rotated, they couldn't hold the first push attempt, and then if it came down where they lost rotation, they couldn't break. So again, both sides of the coin, they were dropping the ball. They were able to rally back in a big way and make it close, but you didn't play great hardpoint up until that, so I can't say that, you know, you should be feeling anything more than at any point had they strung together a 40-20 hill, even 30-30. Could have changed the complexion of the game completely, but now we pivot, we switch to focus on an Embassy S&D where things will slow down dramatically. Yeah, for both teams, it's a matter of just kind of settling back into yourself and saying, whether we won or lost, we gotta wipe it. You can't keep, you know, riding off of that adrenaline too much and letting it make you make mistakes, on the side of Brock. And for Akron, sure, you might be thinking about the loss you took in a 3-0 fashion. Now you just lost a really close hardpoint. I mean, it seems like things are constantly working against you so far tonight. But this is, again, I bring up early resilience checks on teams so much because I think it's important to show you don't quite lose ice. You know, you either can be resilient and bounce back, and it shows where your mental fortitude is early on against opposition, or it's something where you have to build that up, and you'd rather have the ability to bounce back in a series regardless, because you can control your mental no matter what. If you can't control winning trades, you can't control the first blood, you can control your attitude going into this map too, and I think for Akron, this is a big test for them in night one.
I'm glad you bring that up too, because like a lot of people are like, "Oh, dude, my mental's shocked. This is GG." It's like, no, like you can easily just like say like, "All right, bro, like I'm gonna calm down, take a breath. We're good. We're just gonna go again." And that's what we got to do going into map 2, because a tough loss like that in map 1, where you took all that effort, all that energy to be able to come back, you're sitting there thinking, you're like, "Oh, dude, play, he's out. We're good," and then you lose, and then it's GG. So,
yeah.
Embassy map number 2, B-bomb site, obviously the preferred site overall on the offensive side when that's involved. Stun check from Elite going to be pushed up. He's got the bomb in hand, with the rest of his teammates now making his way over towards B. It should be able to go down, or it could go down here in just a moment, but all these stuns and nades out towards the doorway are making them apprehensive of putting it down. Shots from Elite will back off the first player from Brock out the doorway, but there's another one there laying down. Will you be able to get the best of it? No, it's Wonders. Who else? It opens things up with the first blood. Just
a great 3-stack. In and around orange, where there was a player at every turn, you thought each had the player low, there was a player still on staircase, and now Aiden on an island here at the B site. You have players maybe trying to provide oversight, but your mid cross is really taken away, and you know 3 players are stacked up here. It's going to try to get this plant down regardless, but what more can your teammates do unless they're getting the play?
I mean, that's the best play scenario, too. Like, you know, if you are on an island and nobody's challenging you for the bomb, you just try to get away, you try to play your life, and, like, you know, you force your teammate and across the map to be able to go ahead and find something. I thought maybe for a second Cool Tux loses that gunfight. He's down to 1 HP. Kaiser up in top of the window. Shot's going to be there up and above. Nobody else going to be actually behind Kaiser here at this point in time. So 25 seconds. This is a winnable round if he wins that gunfight. He's after the first, gets the second, backs off with his life all of a sudden, even though he's got 6 HP. It's a 1 versus 1, and he flies through the doorway. How? How about that? The strike back from map 1. Akron, 1-0 up in the search.
It's not like a 1v3 to get you back in a what would be a map or a series. Whew, you had to chase for that kill. Lines up all 3. I guess they just didn't think he was going to go low again, but unbelievable there. Opening round for Akron to hit the regain, like you said.
And I love that too, because, like, you know, a lot of people in that situation will probably expect you to be playing up in towards the top of the building, still trying to get those long angles, that AR aim down over towards the bomb, because it's like that's your win condition. Kaiser plays it, takes it a completely different way, and that's that Wester search and destroy that we love to talk about. Just a little bit unorthodox. He walks away with the round win. Such a great way for Akron to start things off. B-site once again for offense. The Brock Bandits are here. Steve's going to be behind, but the bomb will go down. 45 seconds for a retake here. At least you got the first blood off the table.
Everyone backed up around Embassy. Akron in a great position with the map control that they have. You're going to work these 2 players on the bottom side through. You could get great timing here. You invest the dead silence. As soon as you open this door, you should at least be able to find one before getting traded. That is exactly the case, but Jap finds another one around the map. Or excuse me, Wonders. Kaiser with a gimme now. 1v2.
That timing.
You still have bomb planted, but the timing doesn't go your way. Who is it once again? Kaiser on 5 in a row. put the team on the back in the first couple rounds, get you some good ones on the board. Now you find stuff up a quick, much needed, and you'll take it 2-0.
You know, as much as it doesn't translate over to the search and destroy immediately, I mean, I can understand why Akron kind of banned the hotel as their search and destroy and their controls as well. Here on Embassy, they look extremely comfortable, just being able to take aggressive gunfights, even in 2 versus 4 situations. You know, that play that Aiden made to get the bomb down saves the round. Yeah, we can talk about Kaiser all day, but you know, it's the little, you know, micro adjustments, the small, you know, kind of plays that you make around the map that are going to change the complexion of an S&D, and that's what we've seen from Akron so far here in map 2. Looking to get back over towards B yet again. Kaiser on 5 in a row. You would love to see the rest of the team bait out for him, and that snipe is beautiful, so crispy, so clean. Cruise missile already on the table now for Akron. Streaks in the back pocket, and the bomb goes down to B.
At least have one of the kills over here. If you are Brock Bandits, but oh, that hit marker is criminal. It doesn't even matter. Thieves finds one. Kaiser connects with the pistol for the other. Another 1v1. Kaiser, I mean, what more can you do at this point? Can you pull it off?
I think he's spotted up towards the top 2, and Wonders is not going to expect him to be out here, or is he? Almost takes his head off, but Wonders walks away with the kill, and is going to be able to get the defuse as well to follow it on. That would have been a crazy round again from Kaiser, but it would have proved to me that we're living in his world right now in Embassy. That's where he likes to stay.
Couldn't quite connect. And, I mean, I'm down for more Kaiser Wonders 1v1s, honestly. I think that's going to be a treat this entire series.
How does that not kill him, though? Like,
no clue. And then the one tap with the pistol is insane.
I'd have done like 5 HP to him with the pistol.
Oh, definitely.
Bob in the hands of Cool Tux. Over towards B. Nade top. Tries to cut at least one player from Akron down. Won't be able to get any information just yet. Kaiser still has the sniper holding down the mid lane of the map. Once again, flank starting to make its way through. Develop in the back lines. It's Elite who's on his way through with a sub. It's an AR.
Whew. Gives him some range. Isn't able to cut player down, get into orange, but his teammate's there. That's going to be 3 kills in succession. Records left all alone. Maybe he can find one here, but again, with the able to hop that.
No. Oh, Jesus. Dude, what is happening?
Oh my gosh, you said you can't take many hard point hotel finishes. I can't take the first 3 rounds of an Embassy, dude. This is madness.
It's like, you know, a lot of the time, and we'll see it again here, like, you know, we don't expect them to completely stack like they did here. And yes, you know, Thieves walks away with the kill, albeit it got scary. You just can't stack like that. I know you're just trying to like take like the aim assist away, or you know, force them to hit more shots than they have to get, you know, a normal kill through like the penetration kills, but it's like, golly, dude.
Oof.
Just don't stack the thing. Just don't stack the bomb.
Never ends well. Truly. Akron though. Push it back towards his B side aggressively, and Brock with the players trying to work the same thing. Kaiser connects again. I mean, this is a clinic at this point. Obviously, no one's on that side of the map, so we'll leave that POV for now, but his teammates don't even need him over there. Thieves, Aiden, combined for 2 bombs going down. Wonders, what can you do in a 1v situation? At least able to find one, but bomb will go down, and there's still 3 left to go. Spread all around the map.
The person that's like coming through on the flank right now is Kaiser, so like even if these next 2 players fall, like you still have your clutch like player situation left for you as well. But anyways, doors open, checks left. Spots it right, just isn't able to walk away with the kill because he's got 2 different players from Akron directly looking at where he's coming from. Was hurt immediately. You saw a lead up and towards the top, be able to help out Aiden there immediately after the back. So as Aiden walks away with the kill, the Akron Zips have a 4-1 lead here on the Embassy. Looking to go ahead and waltz into the sunset here in just a few more rounds, trying to take a 1-1 tied series into map 3.
Great objective play, but Kaiser with the first bloods, or, you know, the 7 straight to open up the S&D. Either way, everything for Akron clicking here on this map. Brock maybe throwing a little bit of an audible here. Elite's gonna have his handfuls of moment. He hears something up as he slows down and prones at this corner. Wonders finds the first blood. They might know this B push is coming in a moment. With that kill, that should be the case. No one adjusting yet for Akron. This A plant should go down fairly free depending on what Kaiser sees on the cross. And can't connect there, but gonna give it another go.
He's able to walk away from it and get spotted out of the top of the staircase, forced back inside of the building. And that will go ahead and start that countdown timer of 45 seconds. Still is playing passive here on the staircase. Kaiser's trying to get himself into a good position. Semtex out, just trying to throw basically a Hail Mary prayer to try and get some information on where somebody is going to be. Nobody immediately around the corner just yet, but as Aiden is able to start his way forward, Stun's going to be there. Tries to just sprint his way forward because he knew he wasn't going to be able to get out of that alive. And in a 1 versus 4, Kaiser tries the quick scope. Will just back off for the time being. No reason to give him any more kills. This is an unwinnable.
Not that it came too late. We'll have to circle back and find that out here in the next couple of rounds as they unfold, but a necessary and good adjustment out of Brock, hopefully. Not too late for them. But, I mean, you win the first bloods, you bully out the 2 players on this side of the map, you play, again, aggressive behind that to get the bomb down. It was a good execution from them. Now they have to do that for not only 2 straight rounds to tie the thing up, but 4 rounds in total to try to win this thing.
I add Kaiser still has the streak in the back pocket, so he chooses to use it. That'd be a defensive type thing more than anything else. Still has a sniper in hand, hasn't put it away throughout the entirety of the S&D so far, and for good reason. The Brock Bandits have not been able to challenge out towards that outside lane as they continuously just keep going to the same spots over and over and over again on defense. Thieves is going to make him pay. Almost takes the head off of the player up and towards top. Kaiser, very deadly with the sniper. The Bandits are lucky to walk away from that one alive.
2v4. Now we'll start to see this bomb go down. Wonder's going to try to find anything. Really just trying to see what his teammate can do on cross. Gets cut down, and that'll be bombed down. 1v4 here. Akron should walk away with the round win.
Wonders just look good all series long. This would be the round to potentially just walk away with maybe like a crazy 1v4. Unfortunately, though, everybody's just surrounding him, and there was really no opportunity for him to isolate a 1 versus 1 gunfight. So 5-2 now. Search and destroy match point. Akron, 1 round away from tying the series up.
If I'm a squad with Akron circled on the calendar, Embassy might be one I'm trying to get out of here. They really look so well. Kaiser with the sniper at the utmost effectiveness. More than you could ask for. Again, has been 1-3 since the streak, but that it doesn't matter because his teammates have simply picked up the workload around him, and now just 1 round away, as you said, from closing this out. Brock quickly over to B, but another 3 stacking in towards orange. Blue Tuck's gonna try to get this down quick.
First blood on the Kaiser. Good information early on in the round where Thieves is able to get cut down as well. It's all of a sudden a 2 versus 4. Aiden, an elite, last alive here for the Zips. A retake situation. Wonders will be able to find one. Dead silence gets popped there. I'm not sure if that's going to count completely for him popping it.
Shouldn't.
If the animation didn't play out long enough, so you should be able to have that in the next round. Either way, Brock Band is a much-needed round win there. One thing I will say, Cash, kind of just to bring this point into a little conversation, especially with a team that is keeping 3 of its players from last year. It looks very, disconnected from this team when it comes to the search.
Yeah, it seems like the adjustments they're making, like I said, feel a bit too little too late. There, another great adjustment. You bully out B, you get pushed across behind the stuns and the attack information you're able to find and challenge those gunfights, but this needed to come 3 or so rounds ago. Kaiser, of course, going on that spree. It felt like you couldn't quite help what was going on there, but what you could control, you made the adjustments too late, and as you said, disconnected is the best word for it. At times, feeling like 4 individuals running on the map, not quite sure what approach they want to take.
Surprised Kaiser didn't get cut down on the back lines there. It looked like they had 2 different players trying to chase him through the spawn side. Regardless of that fact, though, nice job here from the Akron Zip side to be able to trade things back out to an even 3-3 stance. The Brock Bandits still do have pretty good positioning on the map at the moment. A site really not somewhere where Akron look to want to go at the moment, and the bomb will get stuck down in the top hill over by the AC. This is going to be such a precarious spot because now you have to fight an uphill battle, and I mean that literally. Kaiser does have overlook up towards the top of the AC unit. Could be able to pick somebody off.
And I wonder what prompted Aiden to go top. He had played so well low, playing around ladder and around that corner to get bombed down quickly and just dies out of position. Kaiser with a sniper not going to be able to do much here, as Brock are going to play around that. And again, Fees not in a position to be able to cleanly get over there. Gets cut down by records, and there you go, Brock, take it.
I know Kaiser was trying to get out the window there. But it was the fact for me that like Wonders was just still sitting here the entire time, just hearing him flop around, break the window and everything, and just didn't come through the doorway yet. He was just like, dude, what is he doing behind this door, bro? It was like a mom with a teenager in the other room. So regardless of the fact, offensive round here for the Brock Bandits. Last time they played a very aggressive push over towards B. Got it down within the first 15 seconds of the round, eliminated Kaiser off the board. That has been the, I guess, big stepping stone that they've learned. If you can cut down Kaiser, the rest of the team, yes, they can kill and slay out, but it's been just that big step in the right direction where got the sniper down, we have full map control for ourselves, and already you get elite, but Kaiser is able to snap back, trade back and forth, 3 versus 3. Brock still trying to force that round 11.
He's able to find another. You traded out. Kaiser is off the board. Bomb going to go down. Now these last 2 players, how quickly can they get over here? Aiden might be able to spoil this plant, but not quite going to be in position. Cool Tux gets out with his life. And all of a sudden this Thieves Records 1v1 might dictate the round. Records wins it. Aiden, whew, what can you do?
And they know where Aiden is too. Because after Cool Tux planted the bomb, when he got away, he heard that door open. He saw Aiden directly near him, and they can just play these long lines of sight all the way back because they have the bomb planted for them, and Aiden with the Vaznev has to go up against 2 players who both have ARs in hand. First gunfight around the corner. Not going to spot him out just yet, but it's Records all the way in the back line who's able to help out his teammates, Brock Bandits. It feels so damn similar to the last series we played. We've got another round 11 on our hands.
I said Brock needed to make those changes 3 rounds prior, but they've executed on 3 great rounds where it has been decisive. They haven't looked disconnected. And now they give themselves a round 11 situation. Do they have enough to close it out? Or do they fumble the bag here? And I think that's exactly what Akron has done. Again, who's more willing to clutch up? For Brock, it's been on the comeback. For Akron, it's trying to hold off a potential comeback and avoid them from going up 2-0 in the series.
What has been the good points out of Akron so far? It's been their aggression. It's been the ability to get the bomb down over towards B, but Aiden's got the bomb in hand this time, and they were trying to work this over towards that A site, but guess who was ready for it? The Brock Bandits were. Kaiser cut off the board immediately. What has been so crucial to the success of the rounds from the Brock Bandits side of things has been cutting Kaiser down early. Now that Thieves has also fallen, it's a 4 versus 2. Defense reigning supreme. Aiden and Elite once again in a 2v4.
And you are completely surrounded. Those 2 players got the kill, flew through the backside of the map, and you're basically forced to play over towards A because you have an idea that, look, I don't think the top side of the map is safe anymore. No one's going to give up these kills. Aiden at least going to find one. I thought, no. Oh, no.
That's the round.
That's it.
That's where it all falls apart. Cool Tux from behind is going to be able to find the last one. If you get wonders there, maybe you're able to double challenge around that right side, find the second player who's going to be trying to get you back for a trade, but instead, you're not able to find the amount of shots for the kill. And somehow the Brock Bandits come back in the search and destroy. And after what looked like Akron was going to be able to take their first series, or excuse me, their first map inside of the season of the CCL, they're at risk of going down 0-3 in another series. This is just... I don't want to say it's a spell of bad things for Akron to come, but there has been no ice in these last 2 maps.
With how strong Kaiser opened it up, I said that he could afford to slow slightly in productivity because his teammates picked it up. They did for a few rounds, but also, I mean, it comes with it's just such a hard battle, living and dying by the sniper. He started out 7-0, finished 2-7. So you kind of have to figure out, do you keep it out and hope you can connect with a couple more shots? Or do you put it away and maybe give yourself a better chance, some aggression or some other movement around the map? He opts to stick with the sniper, and again, it just doesn't pan out for you there. And Brock simply go massive as well to a hard counter the last 3 or 4 rounds to everything Akron was trying to do. And I just think in that round 11, Akron, you just overthought it. The A site, you got the A site every time you pursued it. Now, whether you won the round or not is a different case, but the bomb plant went down every time, except for when Aiden was out of position, playing at Embassy trying to wrap towards A, or playing top AC and got killed there. So, again, I think you just overthink things, and that can hurt you more than just sticking to the game plan. Why fix it if it's not broken?
Yep.
Zips find themselves down 0-2.
It's really just unfortunate too, because there's a couple rounds where we spot out oh my god, if he just wins that or he just does that, this search and short could have been over 3 rounds ago before they even got to this spot where they're in around 11, and it's living and dying by the sniper, it's kind of just living and dying by the 3 in the NBA. It's some nights you're hot, some nights you're not, and even if you start out a game really good from the 3, if you just keep chucking them up towards the end of the game, you're probably not going to win it if you're not making them. I just think back to the Rocket series where they went 0 for 27 in the final game, and it's You know, if you're at a point where, you know, you start off 7-0 and you only get like 1 or 2 kills since that point to like finish out the game, like there's no wonder the other team's coming back. You're basically taking yourself off the map because they're finding different angles, they're finding different rat spots they can get behind you, take the sniper out of the equation. Once they figure that out, and once we even brought that up, like it was all the Brock Bandits throughout the rest of the search and destroy.
Oh, and Aiden not being able to get that kill there, so tough. Like you said, maybe you stand a chance if you can find it, but you don't. And I don't know if, I mean, I can't believe how close these maps are playing. It's been heartbreak on one side. It's just been absolute ice on the other, and we have seen 2 score lines within 11 points in our first 2 hard points of the series, and 2 round 11s. Wonders is having a night here in this series specifically, and 11-6 had a monstrous map 1 to rally them to a victory as well. What do you have now as we go to a CeeLo? 3 maps, 3 completely different complexions. I mean, I can't believe the ice Brock has. I mean, they were down.
Dude,
in
it's crazy.
Both situations they were down. A little more